It's my life.
In this little life of ours, I'm starting to realize energy never dies. It's like, perfect example. If you're a person, you got a Facebook or some shit like that, just start paying attention to the things that you used to say like 10 years ago. If your Facebook go back that far, start paying attention to that shit. It's almost like sometimes you'll be like dealing with the same shit. It's either you'll be dealing with the same shit in a physical term, or you will be mentally in that same space. And to me, that just made it, making sense when people be like, energy never dies. It either transforms, it just transforms. So I'm like, goddamn, I'm starting to realize this shit. And I'm one of them type of people that, if I start realizing some shit that's like out of the ordinary, I'm a very curious person. So I'm basically hone in on this shit because I'm trying to figure out why is this. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people that if I get a hunch of something, I'm gonna go dig into it. Like, I'm not a person that's just gonna ignore basically my intuition just because I'm like, that might sound crazy, or that's not the norm of what society look at shit as. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that is really affected by that. I was never really affected by that kind of stuff as a kid. Like, I've always been that type of person that's like, I've been an oddball, but I was never like the kind of oddball to where I couldn't get along with people. It was just that I just knew that I was different compared to other people. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that majority of the time, people, it's not that they don't see things, you know what I'm saying, as deep as you see things. It's just that they don't care to express things that way because they don't want to be deemed as crazy, or they got a lifestyle that they're protecting. Because sometimes that's the case too. Not everybody just doing it just out of pure, because they don't want to do it. They might be living in a certain kind of lifestyle to where they can't express themselves, truly how they feel about shit. But it makes sense when people say energy never dies. It's just, that shit just, it stuns me, bro. Because I'm just one of them people that I just like to just sit back and just think on shit. I'm not I'm entertained by that. Like, I find more entertainment in my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, than a TV show. And that's not to, say I'm any different than anybody else. That's just shit that I find entertaining. So just like, people like that P-Valley shit, like, I've never watched the episode of that. And I don't care to watch the episode of it. And it ain't that I judge it or nothing, or that I'm better than that shit. It's just that that's just not, you know what I'm saying, the shit that I find my entertainment in life. I find my entertainment in, like, just trying to figure out them hunches, man. Because I know energy don't lie. I know that energy is a real thing. And most motherfuckers don't want to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? They like to hide behind, they like to put their mask on and shit when it comes to how they feel energetically. And I'm not one of them folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that say if you make me uncomfortable, or if I don't know you, you gonna know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that can really mask that shit. Like some people are just like pros at masking that shit. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I can't mask how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's a pro and con to that shit. It ain't all good. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll tend to push people away. Because if people weren't raised like that, they'll think that you're being harsh or judgmental, or it's a lot of things that come into factor with that shit. But you can't live your life based off of what people think about you. And that's one thing that I had to learn the most. Because your ass to be crazy, because nobody is ever satisfied with what you are. You might satisfy some people, but you're not going to satisfy everybody. So, but the only thing that matters is you satisfying yourself. Are you satisfied? Like, are you truly internally satisfied? Not being satisfied because of the shit you got, or the shit you got on. Are you satisfied with who you are as a person internally? That's the kind of shit I sit around and I think about, because I know energy ain't no fucking joke, bro. You can't play with that shit. Like, people call it karma. I don't really call it karma. I call it more so like cause and effect. So what you do is gonna come back to you. Now, you could be a person that's good at manipulation, and you'll win in the short term. But the problem with manipulation is it comes back 10 times harder. So if you want to be a person like that, you know what I'm saying, to make a living off of just manipulating people, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing holding you back from doing that shit. I don't judge you neither, but you just gotta understand it's a fucking price with that. Like, there's people out here that really think that they're gonna be able to do it, at least at the level that they're doing it for the rest of their life. Especially if you're doing some shit that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit for the rest of your life, bro. You're not. I mean, who would even want to? Honestly, I wouldn't want to. Because I know what comes with that. I know the energy that comes with that shit. I know the energy that comes with when you're doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Because nobody could even be paying attention to you. But in your head, people are. You always in your fucking head. But it's because you got a guilty conscience. And unless you a fucking sociopath or a psychopath or whatever path you chose to be, you gonna have a guilty conscience if you doing shit that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. Unless you, like I said, a sociopath or a psychopath or whatever path you choose to be on. And whatever science deems that shit as, your conscience gonna eat your ass up. So that's one thing. That's why I don't really, now, because I just understand that from experience with myself. It ain't even necessarily, watching other people. It's just experience with myself, and I know I was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, my life reflected it. Like, now, I got way more peace. You know what I'm saying? I got way more than peace. I got way more fucking clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can think straight when it comes to life. Like, I'm not sitting around wondering where my life is going or what am I doing. Like, I'm not on that type of tip no more. Like, I know now, I know it's a path. I'm not where I want to be, but I know I'm on that path now. You know what I'm saying? When I'm chilling with myself and understanding myself and stuff like that. So it's clarity, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you got to watch your energy, because the power of, the energy never dying thing is, like I said, you could be doing some shit and you gonna get your short-term wins and shit, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that shit gonna come back tenfold, something they call compound interest. That shit gonna come back tenfold. So, but do what thou wilt. I'm LATWAN. This is food for thought. You do the dish.